Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and a wonderfully warm Wednesday welcome to this YNAB workshop on setting up your budget. My name's Dave, and I'll be taking care of you for the next 20 minutes. Now, before we get started, I want to make sure that everybody can hear me and make sure you found the question window. So if you could, please just type on over in that question window and let me know where it is that you're listening from today. Peter, welcome back, good sir, from Houston, Texas. Samuel, good to have you here. Jasmine as well, welcome back there. Gillian, great to see you again. Patrick joining us from Colorado as well. Wonderful. That's what lets me know the audio's working. So let's take a little look at setting up your budget. Now, budgeting, it's all about helping you to align your money to your priorities. So we're going to have a short demonstration of the first two of YNAB's rules, and also I'm going to show you the goals feature to do it. And then we'll have time to open up for your questions about what we've covered here today. So without further ado, here we are. I'm going to start the budget today by adding my checking account. So let's get that in. We add the account. This is where, if I was choosing to import, I would search for the name of my bank and follow the prompts. I'm going to set this account up manually. I've got a checking account. And the balance today, that's the important thing, the balance today. And I've got $1,640 there. Now, YNAB's first rule of budgeting is to give every dollar a job. And you'll see that my starting balance here has been categorized as to be budgeted. And that's what sent the money here to the top of the budget page. And the first rule is to give every dollar a job, but the simplest way to do this is to make a plan for all the things that my dollars are going to have to do. And I'm going to start to build that plan by adding goals to all of my categories. So for example, my internet bill, it's $100 every month. So I'm going to create a goal for the internet category. A monthly funding goal will do the job, and $100 is what I need. And you'll see straight away, I get an orange alert in the category, which reminds me that this category needs more money. Now, since it's a bill and I know it's due on the 7th of every month, to remind myself, I'm going to add the due date to the name of the category. So let's add that in there, the 7th. Now, a goal can also help me plan for the larger expenses. For example, my big car insurance bill, I pay it every 12 months and it's due in 6 months from now, September. So again, let's add a goal. This time I'm going to choose the goal that's got a date, and I'm going to let YNAB know that I need $600, and I'm going to need it by September. And once again, I get the alert in the budget here reminding me to budget. And when I was then done adding goals to all of my categories, my budget looks like this. I've done the work in another file here to save time. There's the same 1640, and you can see I've customized my categories to match my priorities, and I added goals. Now I'm going to do a bit of organization. Let's drag all of the bills so they're underneath that immediate obligations, and we'll put them into date order as well. So let's get that auto loan up here. Drag and drop. Let's get the internet bill to the top, and then the auto loan, and then the electric, and then the rent. So I can see here in get information, don't need the debt payments category anymore now. We'll get rid of it. And I can look here and get information about what I need, when I need it by. For example, groceries, I'm going to need $500 every month. So what I've now done is create a template for what my income is going to need to do me as it arrives, which means now I can assign the money that I actually have to this plan by prioritizing. Now, I can see that I'm going to need $2,707 here to fund the entire budget, but I've only got $1,640. So I'm going to ask myself that question. What do these dollars need to do for me before I get paid again? Well, it's the 25th today, so I'm going to have to make sure that I set aside that rent. There's the $800 that the target needs. And I'm also not going to be paid again before that internet bill is due. So let's make sure the internet bill on the 7th of May has got the money as well. And anything I budget here in April is just going to roll over and be available to me in May. So I've covered the bill. Now, what else? I'm going to get another paycheck before the rest of the bills are due, but I want to make sure I budget something. So let's budget half for these other bills. The auto loan coming next month is going to be $200. Let's put half of that away to take the pressure off my next check. The electric bill as well, $80. So we'll put just $40 aside for now. Excellent. What else? Well, monthly bills are almost fully expensed. Let's get $250 in for groceries. That's half of the target I need for food this month. And I also should put something aside for gas. There we are. So those monthly bills and expenses are now either fully funded, and there's the green categories. Green is good to go, or they're funded with enough to see me through till the next check. And I still have dollars here looking for jobs. So it's time to take a look at that next set of categories, those true expenses. These are the things that I don't pay every month, but they're gonna happen someday. They are truly my expenses. And that's why that second rule is to embrace your true expense. We're going to plan ahead for the less frequent bills and expenses by setting some money aside for them each month. But once again, there's not enough here to cover them all. I'll prioritize. Now, what are the most important true expenses I need to get ready for the money I've got left to budget? Well, the car insurance, that's the one I need $100 a month for to get it ready by September. Let's get April's contribution taken care of. The car's working really well, but that isn't always going to be the case. Let's get 100 in there. And before I go too much further, I've only got $50 left to be budgeted, and absolutely certainly, I'm going out with a friend tomorrow. I'm going to need some money for some lunch. Going to need some spending money as well. Let's take care of that. Let's throw 30 in for dining out, and let's put 20 in for fun money. So we can see now that I've given every single dollar a job, and because I only assigned the real dollars that I have in my bank to the plan that I made for all of my money, it's these category balances that are going to help me manage my spending. And instead of looking at the checking account balance and guessing, from now on, I check the category balance before I spend. Over to the mobile. Let's have a look. There's the checking account balance. Now, if I'm going to pick up gas today, how much can I spend before I get paid again and still have the money for the rent and the other obligations safely set aside? I can't tell by looking at that number because the account balance knows nothing about what my money is supposed to do for me. But if instead I look at the budget and the category balance tells me I've got $100 to spend on gas. And I can update the budget here once I've filled up the car. So let's enter the transaction. I've spent $40. The place that I spent it was the gas station. The category where the money's sitting is the transportation category, and we save. We are done. I can drive away from the gas station with all of the money, those other bills, still safely set aside. I have got control of my money. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me jump back here to the web app. Let me open up the question window. You'll see there any thoughts, comments, questions. If you'd like to type them on over, I'll do my best to take care of them for you. And if you would like to join me on the microphone and chat about your question, just type it on over and then put the word yes right at the end of it. And that'll let me know to bring you on the microphone. Peter, excellent, says everything's going well so far. I'm just reviewing here to make sure I understand the concepts. Great stuff, Peter. Remember, you can come to these workshops as many times as you like for as long as you like. And whilst you're typing over those questions, I'm also going to let you know what's coming up next, because in 20 minutes time, we're going to be taking a look at credit cards. So if you would care to join me, there is the link in the window. That workshop starts at 1:15 and we'll take care of everything and anything you need to know about handling credit cards. Yeah, let's throw a paycheck in. Good idea. Let's throw a paycheck in. I want to show you the real power now of this template. Remember what the green categories show me. The green categories tell me that I currently have the real money set aside that is enough to fulfill the goal. The orange categories, remember, tell me these are the categories that still need more money. So let's say we get a paycheck today. Maybe my wife's paycheck arrives. Let's enter it. Her employer pays her. To be budgeted, there's the inflow category that we use for any inflow of money. And we'll say that my wife gets $1,200 check. We've added it. We've got more money in the bank account. And we've now got more money to budget with. And watch what I'm going to do now. I'm going to focus on only those categories that still need more money. Only the orange categories. And I'll also show you a tool here. We had a question in the last workshop about speeding up processing in the budget, speeding up the method of creating your budget. Let's create, or rather select, those 4 orange categories that still need more money. And we see that the underfunded amount is $490. That's what we need to send them all green. And I've got money to do it now. So with a single click, I've now got the peace of mind of knowing that those monthly obligations and bills are fully funded. I've still got money to budget with. Let's check out the rest of these. That's another 257. Excellent. More green. Green is good. Quality of life. Can I take care of those? Another 175. Done. Just for fun. That takes another 145. Excellent. So as my wife's check comes in, we've managed to round off the budget for the month of April. We've got that real peace of mind. And I've still got $132 and change to budget with. Let's start to age it. Remember the 4th rule we covered in the last workshop? By taking money we've got now and allocating it to budget categories next month, we start to be able to get ahead. So let's throw some more money in here. What's going to be the priority for me? Well, I'd like to make sure there's a bit of money set aside for the start of May for groceries. And I think I'll throw $32.50 in there for gas. And again, I've now given every single dollar a job. So type on over to me. Does that make sense there now? How this template that we build for everything the money needs to do really starts to help us as we allocate and give every dollar a job. Let me know there if that's made sense for you. Now, Shari says, how do we budget gift money? How do we see that in the software? And I'm new to using YNAB. Hey, Shari, if you've been given cash or a gift card, that money is never going to make it into your bank account. So let's say you were given $20 for a gift voucher for coffee. There's no need to add it. There really isn't. What I would think of it, the way I would think of it, Shari, is that if I've got $20 of a gift card for, say, a coffee shop, I'm not going to need all of the money that I budgeted for dining out. So what we're going to do here, Shari, we're going to turn that $20 gift card for coffee into a $20 gift card for anything that we want. So let's pull, first of all, $20 out of dining out. I won't need all of that if I've got a coffee card, will I? That's now giving me $20 to put somewhere else. So how about we turn that coffee gift card into a clothing gift card? I'm simply going to put that money now into the clothing category. So you see, Shari, if that money or that gift card is never going to touch the checking account, if it's just sat there in your pocket, you can turn it into absolutely anything that you want. Make sense for you? Alexandra says, is it better to have the debts like student loan and auto loan in those immediate obligations categories? I actually think the answer to that is yes, Alexandra, because let's think about it. That student loan, that auto loan, they are simply another monthly bill, aren't they? We're not going to spend from them anymore like a credit card. We can't go and buy groceries with them like a credit card. So absolutely, throw them up here, stick the date on them, And then they are simply another bill, the same as your internet bill, the same as your electric bill, the same as your rent. Okay? Again, let me know if that makes sense there. Now, Michelle says, what about saving instead of aging? You know what, Michelle? Saving is how we age. The way we age money is setting it aside for something that we're not going to be spending it on straight away. The way we age money is by storing it. So I'm storing money right now in all of these categories. I am aging this $100 for car insurance because it's not going to be due until September. So in September, Michelle, this $100 will be 6 months old when I spend it. The $100 that I put on top of it in May, it will be 5 months old when it gets spent. And the same thing applies if we're saving for a vacation. There's the vacation saving money that's aging. There is the computer replacement money that's aging. So think about it this way, Michelle. Every single category in the budget is a savings category. I am saving money here for an internet bill due on the 7th of May. It'll age between today and then. So you see, saving is not an alternative to aging. Saving is how we age. And please do check out the savings workshop that's coming along later today as well, and we'll give you a full 20 minutes all about it. And Samuel, I'm going to give you the link to what's coming up next, because Samuel's asking me about credit card here. How would you go about using the credit card if you're spending money using it instead of the debit card? So Samuel, if you'd care to join me, the link is in the window there. That workshop starts in just under 15 minutes. We'll take good care of you there in the credit card workshop, okay? Ah, Shari, thanks for that clarification. It looks like I went down a different route there than the one intended. I apologize for that. Shari says, thanks for that gift card information. But what I meant is I'd like to have $100 for gifts in August and also $500 for gifts in September. Yeah, so Shari, there's two ways you could handle that. You could have two categories in the budget. One called, well, let's say the gift 1 and one called gift 2, and then use a goal. So let me show you how to set up one of those goals again to get you ready for $500 in September. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if we can get a goal in here that is going to get you 600 ready for August, because then you'll have the money to spend the 100 and you'll have the money then to spend the 500 the month later. So here in gifts, Shari, I'm going to edit that goal that I've got set up, which is $50 per month. And we're going to change that into a date-based goal because you're going to want to have 600 and you're going to want to have it, let's say by August, the first of those dates. And we're done. And the reason we've got this orange reminder that a category needs money still is because the target amount for you to find now is going to be $120 a month. Does that make sense for you, Shari? Simply a different type of goal. It's not a, I want to put this amount away every month anymore. It's, I need to have this amount by that month. Let me know if that took care of it for you. Jasmine says, what about savings that are in a separate account? How does that factor into the budget? So Jasmine, once again, I'd encourage you to check out that 20-minute workshop all about savings, but just to keep the ball rolling for today, just to keep you in that frame of mind of what do I need to do? Let's add a savings account for you. And I'll briefly go over in about 15 seconds what we're going to do with savings dollars, because I've got 500 of them right now today on the 25th when I'm starting. There's the account that shows me I've got money in a different place. There is the $500. And the question we want to ask, or have you ask yourself, Jasmine, is what am I saving for? We are very big fans of named, purposeful saving. So if that was for an emergency fund, we'd create a category here called the emergency fund. If it was a house down payment you're saving for, we'd create a category for that. And then the way we're going to make sure that these $500 of hard-earned savings are protected, Jasmine, we're going to make sure they don't appear in any other category We're going to put them there, and they're going to stay right there, visible for emergencies. They're going to stay right there until you choose to spend them or have to spend them or choose to budget them somewhere else, okay? And Shari says, let's have, oh, Jasmine, good. I'm glad that took care of you. Yeah, I'm seeing quite a few questions come in on savings. So I'm going to leave that subject until we get to the savings workshop. I want to make sure that folks have had chance to ask about what we've shown here. But I will just take this quick one from Shari that says, what's the difference between a bank account and a tracking account? Yeah, a tracking account, Shari, is a type of account that you can create when you come to choose what type of account you've got. And here's the quick 5-10 seconds on it. These are the accounts that will impact and affect your budget. These are the accounts which won't. These are there simply to allow you to track a balance if, for example, you want to keep tracking your budgeting software of the value of your mortgage currently. It has absolutely nothing to do with budgeting. It's simply for those folks who like to have the numbers all in one place. Okay. So with that one, and let me send you over the user guide here as well, the article, because I've just been trying to find or think of the place for Michelle about keyboard shortcuts. So what I'd like you to do, Michelle, is just check out this question mark, and let's see if we can find something on keyboard shortcuts. And there you go, keyboard shortcuts. Click on that, it'll bring you into the help guide that will list the shortcuts that are available to you. Okay, Michelle, search for it in the help button. You'll find it right there. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for coming along. Let's get ready for that credit card workshop starting in 9 minutes time. If you're done for the day, have a wonderful Wednesday. Otherwise, I'll see you shortly. My name's Dave, and bye for now.